meet you, girl, I really want to know your name.
Welcome to Intimate Conversations. This is a place where we discuss perspectives and you share your story and we try to break through of the gender wars. So, what is your name and how old are you?
My name's Candace, and I'm 44.
Okay, and where are you from?
Philadelphia.
Okay. And what do you do?
I'm retired. Lucky me.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
That was my 40th birthday present to myself. I retired.
Right. I'm not mad at that. So as a kid, what was your dream occupation?
Writer.
Writer? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that. So did you do that?
That's actually why I retired. To start my my show, which I actually completed my first season. So yeah, that's what I retired to do. So I'm setting on accomplishing that now.
Okay, I'm not
So
mad.
I haven't. Yeah.
Okay, how was your we're gonna start at the beginning. So how was your childhood upbringing? Did you grow up with two parents? Did you grow up in a single parent? Do you have siblings? What was your childhood like?
I grew up from birth to 8 with a single mom. My mother and my father were married actually. And I have two siblings before me. I'm the youngest out of my mother's children. And they were married when my mother was 16 and my father was in the Navy. Long story short, they got a divorce. We didn't get a divorce. They separated with my sister. And when he came back in Philly on a leave, um, I came, meaning my mother being impregnated. But he went back down south, and my father was not in my life the first 8 years of my life. It was just my mom.
Right.
And we were on welfare.
First of all, I don't have a problem with food stamps. The issue was, don't act like you don't know. Don't act like no. I still to this day never seen one. What's the problem? Because I never seen a food stamp that, what? I'm bougie? I'm sorry. I wasn't privy to seeing a food stamp. I don't know what that.
My mother she struggled with drug addiction mildly. Not, thank goodness I was born in 79. We did not fall into the crack epidemic. Not like that, but when you hear that, you automatically think, oh, crack. No. My mom, she dibbled and dabbled, shall we say. She was a very nice looking lady and more so got caught up with an element because of her looks and, started to dip and dab and really got off a track with her life. We live with our grandmother, which is her mother, in a duplex. So my grandmother lived in the bottom, we lived in the top. And very chaotic household. Okay. Very chaotic. And I'm saying that as an understatement because my mom is in an awesome place now. So, I mean, well, her truth is just her truth. But, raising us, we were raised in a way that really was not conducive for anything that would have been a positive environment for a child. Let's put it like that. Right. And it wasn't just the drug use element, the mild drug use element. It was more so the environment because, I guess we didn't realize that the drug use was why our environment was like that because the drug use seemed kind of fun, shall we say. Right. There was always music in the house and this and that, even though this was chaos. Right. The problem was the deplorable state that we lived in because we had a non-functioning parent that couldn't run a household. So that's the kind of household I grew up in from birth to 8. And that's how my father came into the picture because my mother had gotten so out of control that my grandmother had reached out to my father. My mother, I don't know the dynamics. My father says completely that he was always trying to be there. She would not just turn us over. And so he just continued with his military career. As soon as he was called in, I will say this, I went to go live with my father. And it was completely different dynamics. My father was married, very structured home, clean, no drug use. You know what I mean? It gave me kind of perspective on both ends. And I didn't realize how this was going to shape me. Right. But this was how I was going to be able to come so ambidextrous, where I understand chaos and things that aren't good. And then I also understand when things are running at the best capacity it can run at. So that was my childhood. Yeah.
So
In a nutshell.
So was your father's new marriage, I would say, was that your first example of what love looked like?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And so what do you do? Like, what do you do for fun? What is your outlet?
I watch TV. I watch crime shows. I'm a very introverted person.
Right.
My lifestyle, I'm a Leo, and I can get the party started.
Right.
And that was something I always kind of shied away from. So even though everybody wants me to be around, everybody wants to do something with me, so many people want to be my friend,
Right.
I don't want to. So I'm super, 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 super introverted. I had a big part on the way I live my lifestyle in my adult years, which the lifestyle I lived, it was not just that type of lifestyle where you could put yourself out there. It would be dangerous to put yourself out there like that. So it kind of it was a conformity that I began to develop, where I conformed to this just very tight circle.
Right.
And then in that tight circle, meaning you don't go out, you find ways to entertain yourself. In my entertainment, I like knowledge and I love human behavior. And then I came into the era of like crime network, and that's my good time. I love to watch that. I like to watch human behavior, and that's what I do. And then when I'm done that and I want to be nice and I want to tone it down, I watch Golden Girls. I'm super simple. People think I'm so weird. Hey, look, she goes straight from crime to Golden Girl.
Right.
And I'm really, again, here goes that ambidextrous, like, just one extreme to the next. I truly believe lifestyle has a lot, and childhood has a lot to do with that rearing of how you're going to operate through life. And it's going to be in like every arena, you're going to operate kind of that same way. So yeah, I have that's my fun time. I like to watch TV. It sounds kind of boring, but
who's your favorite Golden Girl?
Oh gosh, I have to. People ask me this all the time, and only the people that really know Golden Girls will understand why I was saying it, because you would never pick between any one because they're all so golden. My favorite, I have to say, is Dorothy, because I'm like all of them. I am like all of them in Wade, but Dorothy is my stamp favorite because she's a Leo. She said it in one of the episodes.
Okay.
So when she said it, I gotta ride with that. She's a Leo, so she's my favorite.
I'm not mad. So any given day you're probably chilling watching like CSI or something.
No, I don't like fake stuff.
No CSI?
So you won't catch me. No, I'm not the CSI. I'm not the Law and Order. No, I want the real crime shows. I want to really see your auntie talking about it, your dad or whoever, the kid, the happy, whoever. I want to talk to you. I want to get in your business. I don't like rendition. Right. And that's what I really struggle with my show. Right. That I am so particular. Like I said, the first season is done, and I went over to California to close the deal as far as getting my agent and my lawyer in place to start, because they're the ones that handle my negotiation, and I have been adamant on integrity. Right. And no offense to CSI, because it's a great show that people enjoy, I'm sure, all that good writing and probably and all that. I like a realistic thing. So my show, which is House 29, it's a true story. So I am adamant that this story will be depicted correctly. So yeah, again, I live such a real life. I don't like fake stuff. No offense. And I'm trying to choose my words wisely. That's why I offend a lot of people.
No, you good. You good. This is the platform to offend. We welcome
people like me. Great. Okay. But yeah, sometimes people think that when I speak, I have a nature to speak with authority, because I've always been in a point of authority. So excuse me for having to live my truth. But it comes off as abrasive and pushy and demeaning, and it's not. People need to understand something. It's a difference from being disrespected and feeling disrespected. Right. Usually weak people always feel disrespected, where a strong person knows the difference when they are being disrespected and not. So but I say that because I used to say a term all the time when I would talk to people, and I still to this day, and I say, you squares, and these are my friends. We'll be at dinner, and they'll say, okay, Candy, shut the fuck up with all this, you squares, because squares are, and it's not a shot at them. It's just people that have lived their life square. Point. Right. Street people do not point. It's not go to college, get a job, go home. No. Oh, street motherfuckers, we all blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm saying? So I have to categorize y'all. So when I sometimes say it, when I'm saying square people, I'm saying it because we really come from different worlds.
Right.
So I'm not trying to offend you guys. I'm saying, oh, but y'all square people. That's how y'all. But again, I have to sometimes pull back because people they're offended very quickly in what I say. But again, to answer your question, I don't like fake shows. So I want the real shows. I want like Deadly Women.
Okay.
Even because they do have real interviews, but even more than that, I mean, like I can't name all the shows, but any show that's real,
right?
I mean, the real footage.
The true crime stories. I know what you're talking about. The true crime.
That's
story.
me. Yeah, not the fake ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I tell people. Sometimes it's just the way that we speak. It's not like I'm speaking in a demeaning way or like I'm trying to come at you. It's not for you to be defensive. Sometimes this is just how people speak. Like this is how we grow up speaking.
Yeah. And how old are you?
I'm 43.
Okay, so we're in the same age range. So anyone who's in the street, we grew up in the street people now, they're not street people, they're weirdos. They are weird as shit. They are not street, they are nothing like the people, and I'm not glorifying street people. Let's get that correct. What I'm saying is that we were different.
Right.
And so we did speak, we came under, even I'm not saying that Jay-Z is a real hustler. I have this debate all the time. No, he told our story very well. Right. He made our soundtrack awesome. So again, my point is that in that 90s era, there was a lot of arrogance in the music and the way that we moved and the way that when we came in the room, the response that we got and things. And it becomes a part of your fiber, your moral fiber. It gets in your DNA. Right. And so you begin to speak with the vernacular of authority, arrogance, higher up, because, back in the 90s, going to 2000, hustlers, they were everything. Right. We are what the show is about. We are what the songs are about. Or we are the lifestyle that everybody is so intrigued by. That is us. And when you actually live it and are affiliated, it becomes I hate to say it, an air of superiority, shall we say.
Facts. You really can't talk about it if you ain't lived there. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand it. All right, so let's go back to the young Candy. When did you get interested in boys, and did you ever have like the sex talk?
Oh my goodness. Go ahead. Yeah. Did I ever have what?
Did you ever have the sex talk? Did anybody ever break that down to you, or did you learn on your own accord?
Yeah, nobody told me about that. That's number one. I was really a kid. So even when I went to go live with my father, I lived with my father from 8 to 13. Right. And then I actually came back at that time that you're talking about, when you start to think about boys and I went right back into that same, even though my mother at this point had gotten herself together, she had gotten a job at an insurance company, corporate job. Even though people get that fucking confused, corporate jobs, you're a fucking broke slave. Yeah. Don't let that fucking dress clothes fool you, or them sit on a fucking train, or if they got a fucking briefcase, they're playing in their fucking face. They are monopolizing hours and hours of their fucking day to give them pennies on a fucking dollar. Yeah. So, my mother, I didn't understand. Everyone didn't understand why. It was just always, I guess, something in me that I saw through it. So I saw that even though my mother had this job and she would put on a skirt and a little shirt, and she would come home and she would still be that chaotic person though. She was able to play the game, but she never was able to truly run a house. Meaning she couldn't go to work, come home, make food for her children, clean her house, clean it up. No, it was none of that. So, that ideology that people have that, if your mom has a corporate job, you must have a good life. No, the fuck you don't. My mom barely survived, and she riding that 6 bus down there to get on the train in Olney, and she going downtown to have them fucking play on her face all day. And by the time she done with them motherfuckers, then they took all her time. She ain't got no motherfucking time for us. None.
Or energy. My mom, no time or energy.
None at all. Or interest. I'm going to do you one better, because the world will make you bitter. And so I watched a mother who was bitter with life. And when you are bitter, you don't want to engage anyone. Your children, friends, anyone. So my mother didn't socialize, she didn't do it. She really was upset. She really worked. And I don't want to take this away from my mother. Me and my mother, it's not like we're estranged or anything like that. I just talk to her every day.
That's just how it was. That's just how it was during the time.
This is just how it was back in the day. Now, I will say this generation, not all, because we got some fucking disgusting mothers still. I mean, even worse than I guess that, because these bitches don't even want to fucking work. They're fucking disgusting. So let alone them not even being there for their children, they want to be in a fucking bar in this nigga fucking face, or on this fucking live on Facebook and all this other shit. Facebook irritates the shit out of me. That's number one, too. I joke and I like to play, but I see some of the most nut shit on there that I'm disgusted. People will look at me on Facebook and think I don't like black people. This is a big thing because I always chastise them.
Right.
But like scripture says, a fool hates instruction. And y'all ignorant motherfuckers can't take no fucking instruction. And y'all damn sure don't understand about fucking direction. So, no, let me go back to your point, though. My mother, no, she never had that talk with me. Okay? And I fell into it. Now, thank goodness I was not one of those young ladies that was loose and wild.
Right.
I guess, you know, and I hate to say it, but because, you know, when people say, well, that wasn't God's plan for me, then you got the horse in there, so that was God's plan for me to be a fucking whore? Yeah, I'm just saying. That wasn't his plan for me. We all got to have, you know, our lot in life. So he always kind of kept his hands on me. I was, you know, back in the day, light skin was in.
Right.
So automatically, if you was light skinned and you was a girl, it don't matter if you got a fucking face like Smokey Robinson, like they say now about the tiny, you was light, and that was all right. So everybody wanted the light skinned girls, right. And I never got caught up in the rapture of that. Okay. I always, the funny thing about me, and even from the first time I had my first boyfriend, and I hate to say it like that, but I do like to use the term of ownership because owners take care of things, and I have always been under ownership of good ownership. I went from one to one to one to one. Always a relationship. Never just flying loose and wild in the street. Okay. So I never had the conversation, fell into it, and found my way on my own, how to navigate through it.
Okay. At what age was your first encounter? Like, at what age did you lose it?
2 months before I turned 16, on the last day of school. I turned 16 in August. We got out of school, because we used to get out of school like more to the end of June when we used to go to school. Right. It used to seem like, you know, so it was like the middle of June. It was like the last, you know, day of school. So maybe 2 months before my 16th birthday.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that first experience, were you excited? Were you afraid? How was?
Oh gosh, this is we can go to a better side because this is so fucking corny. I was not scared, not worried. The nigga did not impress me. I mean, it wasn't like the shit on TV. It was like, you know what I mean? I was not bothered. We got busy, and that was it. And that didn't work writing in a fucking diary. I never kept a fucking diary, but if I did, I wouldn't even have wrote about it.
Right.
And it's not real talk. I wasn't one of them. Maybe that's why I ended up not being a whore. I never was just all goofy over fucking sex.
Right.
I like you. Of course, I got hormones and emotions, and you know, I was more so looking like, and I hate to say it, but it's the fucking truth. I was looking to close the deal.
Right.
Like making sure you're my boyfriend and you're gonna buy my sneakers and take me to the movies and do and people will say, oh, that's the horseshit. No, it's not. See, this is why y'all bitches and niggas getting over and bitches is getting undercut. Because you don't know what someone is supposed to do when you are exchanging with them. If you're with a man, he's supposed to take care of you. Right. Bottom line.
Right. I'm not.
It ain't no whore. It ain't like I'm going to fuck every nigga for this. Fuck no. That's what will make you a whore. Going out after the nigga with that money and securing that deal and making sure you're taken care of, that's fucking smart. We just do it on a low level. We do it with street hustlers. Them fucking Jews and them whites and shit, they do it at the high fucking level. You think they going out there not blocking their target, making sure that this nigga bank account is right? Get the fuck out of here. You can miss me with the bullshit. And they never got to drop a dime about nothing. They taken care of and well taken care of because they know the fucking game. Then we got these black females out here, and I am black when I say it. That's why I can fucking say it. And even though my name is Candace, even though I fuck with Candace Owens, don't try to Candace Owens me. I'm more street than y'all motherfuckers that be trying to act like y'all black. Y'all funny and stuff. These people on Facebook, get the fuck out of here. Y'all fucking mad squares. Y'all not no real. You don't understand. You know what I mean? So when people hear me talk on Facebook, or I'm not hearing me see me type, they probably think I'm a square. They probably think I talk white, act white. Ask anybody if Candace got one white friend. No, the fuck, I don't got nothing against them. My grandma white. Right. My dad, mom is white. But so people automatically, when you chastise blacks or correct them, they automatically want to try to pull your blackness from you and say the reason that your perspective is this way is because you don't like blacks. Get the fuck out of here. I like being black so much that I want y'all to stop making us look so fucking stupid. How about that?
That's right. I know that's right.
How about that? How about that?
I know that's
So
right.
yeah, no, I was always with my sexual thing, there was always a partnership, and I stand on it. I put that shit on the t-shirt. It was always about making sure that whoever I was with, it was not just about a fuck. It was going to be about what you're going to do to carry me on in life. And that was from 15. But
Right.
again, you know why? I was under a very, even though I had tasted love in some of my raising, a lot of my raising was under survival. And
Right.
everybody knows people act two different ways under love and under survival. I prefer to act under survival. Y'all bitches be having a dad and a mom at home and still getting ran through by niggas. Y'all too lovey-dovey. I'm glad I'm hard as fucking nail. You know
Right.
what I mean? On that survival. Meaning when I stepped out, nobody was going to play with me about a goddamn thing. And I was going to make sure I got everything I came for if I showed up. You got me fucked up.
So
And I mean a pair of fucking shoes. I mean a long-term relationship. I don't mean no fucking, but I'm gonna really crack your fucking piggy bank when I come to fuck through, and I don't mean it in a derogatory way. I mean you're gonna really go into your fucking money, not nickel and dime. Get the fuck out of here. Picture me worrying about a nigga for about a pair of shoes beyond 15. Once I capitalized that on 15, then it was now understanding truly what relationships is about. And my mode was we moving in together.
right.
We living together. Seriously. And that's always been how I've been.
So what is your what would you say is your definition of love, and how many times do you think you've been in love?
See, people, you know what? I'm different with love. I guess I'm more like an Erica Badu type of mentality on that. I think love, I don't believe that it's just a one-time love. No, you can really love some fucking body in a moment. But people don't understand that love can sometimes only be for a moment. That does not invalidate what you felt. That means in this moment, in this energy realm, this is what we've created. And this is how we feel. I'm not negating that. So every motherfucking person I was with, I love them motherfuckers. I did. I had a good fucking time. I loved them. It was great. And then it was over.
I mean, a lot of people don't understand that exact point, that sometimes it is just that moment. And that's okay.
It doesn't take away from anybody.
Right.
It doesn't mean somebody fucked up. Get the fuck out of here. Sometimes we're not meant to bang together. Me and my daughter father got together. I wanted to get out of my house so bad. I wasn't playing about this shit. When I tell you this was my plan. Bitches out here doing, I was in the house planning like what my first couch is gonna look like in my motherfucking house. So I moved out. I was already planning my move out to the point on August 9th when I turned 18. I moved out. Like I wasn't playing the fuck about it because I heard they've been planning it. My daughter father, we moved into our first fucking place. Well, he already had the place, but I couldn't move out until I was 18, 17. Because even though my mother let me run the street, she was a hater. And my mother hated. That's one thing about my mother. Oh shit. And this is the truth. She didn't understand this. My first boyfriend, and when I first got into real boyfriend, and this is just the truth of the matter, and I stand on it. In the Philadelphia Police Department, I've messed with hustlers. Right. And my boyfriend back in the day was, I was before Frankfurt and Allegheny turned into a zombie dope. Back in the day, Fall Cried up around Margaret Orthodox and all that is where the big people was at a point that we was first starting up in there. And my boyfriend was from there. And we was going, because your boyfriend is selling dope. I mean, I'm talking about we with the triple beam scales. I knew what a money machine sounded like. Right. I know what $20,000 cash looked like. So we're going down South Street. We burning it the fuck up. We going in King of Pressure. We burning it the fuck up. My mom come in my room. I can zoom around on the thing now. She'll say, yeah, she used to burn me the fuck out with that. She come in my room. I got sneaker boxes, shoe boxes piled to the fucking ceiling. Right. I mean, my closets can't fucking close. And I'm gonna do you one better. Again, like I told you, I ain't about just sneakers and clothes. I had my first car. I'm driving. I'm pulling up on my mom. At this point, we lived in the Northeast. I'm pulling up on my mom. She on Castro Avenue. I forget what that bus is waiting on Castro Avenue. Asking me for a ride. Right. Can you get me down to Margaret Orthodox so I can get your train? You dig me? So it was a bit of contention that began to build. Right. My brother and sister was always square. My brother, he's a fuck up. I'm surprised I even used the term. I guess because I'm giving an interview because I usually word him as my mother's son. He the total fuck up. He caught himself trying to get in the streets and got tossed the fuck out. Just an asshole. My sister stayed squared up. Right. So I was the one that always cashed in. I was the one that even I was the baby. everybody waited for me to hit the house because then that's when we gonna order pizza and shit like that because I got the fucking bag.
Right.
So again, this was tension between me and my mother, behind my relationships, and
Right.
it's always kind of been a source of animosity to the point where she's trying to throw it up in my face, even down to because my mother's a business owner now.
Right.
You can Google my mom now. That's how good God is. I mean, when I say this lady, and she's sitting on $1 million property. I mean, God will take you from tragedy to triumph. Don't get it messed up. I ended up becoming a business owner, and in the same field she was in, and we were never able to just see each other as peers because she would say things like, "Yeah," because I didn't have to have a man put me in business.
Right.
I didn't have to have, So we always had that point of tension, me and my mother. And it was again because of how I capitalized off of my relationship. But that's why a lot of these bitches out here hate me too. Because y'all be getting ran through and ran over. And I be running the fucking show. And it's not a good feeling.
Right.
So I forgot how we got to that, but go ahead.
No, you good. How is your relationships with your siblings now? Are y'all close or it's just
non-existent?
Okay, I can dig it. Is that
non-existent?
Is that something that you care about, or is just whatever it is?
I could care fucking less. I don't lose my one goddamn fucking a minute of sleep about that. I thought my sister, and it's not getting a tough ill of her. She has an identity crisis, and I don't mean like the homosexuals and all this shit out here now, these trans and all that. She has an identity crisis where she thinks she's a whole nother race.
Right.
She went to Chinese people, so and we never got along. We got along maybe like 2 years out of our life. I want to say I can really honestly say that.
Right.
I am more aggressive. My sister's not, and she claims that we're not close because of how much I used to beat her up. And when you think beat up, it wasn't always like little kid. I'm like last time I beat her was in front of her. No, I actually beat her up in front of both her husbands. Meaning, so this went into our adulthood,
right?
Where, but not like I'm not a wild animal. My sister runs her fucking mouth,
That's just regular sibling shit. Like that's just
So she'll tell anybody to this day. Me and my sister aren't close because she's a aggressive animal. Always wants to be hitting me and this and that, and that's a lie. We're not close because she has an identity crisis. She wants to be Chinese, which is fine. She doesn't feel like I fit into her life. She always stood on the fact, and this is why I used to get her beat the fuck up when she was younger, 15, 16, running her fucking mouth. You with them fucking drugs, you a piece of trash. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? You're not gonna fucking play me when you sit up here stealing from fucking Gap. You working at fucking Gap. They playing you clocking them, and you running shit out the back door to Clinton Bay Mom. That's my brother. But you know what I mean? Hustlers is sometimes more standing up the squares ever would be.
Facts.
But we get the bad stamp, right? Oh, we the bad guy. Even the fucking pharmaceutical people get to have $1,000 dinner plates to get celebrations about all the drugs they move. Where are dinner plates? And I get it because we end up being animals. A lot comes to they say with that life, the killing and the this and the that. They not killing the pharmaceutical, shall they say? They just killing the people that's taking the pharmaceuticals. But that's neither here nor there. But we always, if you're in the hustler lifestyle, that's always people's card to try to pull on you to make you feel like you're a piece of shit. But see, this is what I say. Your bank account says you're a piece of shit. My bank account says I'm the shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I don't know what you say. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you say. Go be squared up all you want.
All right, I want to ask you, what is the best and what is the worst thing that has ever happened to you?
Oh gosh, that's fucked up. Why would you want to go there? That's fucked up. No, that's fucked up.
It's intimate conversations. We gotta go deep.
I want to say that. I want to say the best thing that ever happened to me was my dad picking me up that day when I was 8.
Mm-hmm. And
I want to say the worst thing that ever happened to me was just happened to me on December 29th when I lost my dog.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
All right. So what is your current status? Like, what is your current relationship status?
Hilarious. No, that's a status. It's hilarious. No. No, my current status is I am a piece of fucking work. So anyone that knows me personally knows that I am, my goodness,
I'm glad
I
that
don't.
you're saying it though, because a lot of people don't want to look at themselves in the mirror.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm hilarious. My shit. I think I'm hilarious because I do what the fuck I want to the point that it is like people are astounded at the things I do as far as how my relationships go. I am currently back with my ex who I was with for 6 years.
Right.
We broke up last June. We were together for 6 years, and I briefly went back with my ex before him,
Right.
and then I went back to Will.
So
I left.
so you're a
Yeah,
person
what?
that's not opposed to spinning the block.
No. And that's the great thing about it. Some people spend the block on people like, which I don't understand. Like, if you got like 3 babies by this nigga, he broke, he fucked up, and you get away from him and you spin the block, you dumb as shit. If you just cruise off the block in your nice luxury car, because this is like our time is up,
Right.
but he live in his little nice house, his luxury car, and you got your luxury shit, but y'all up. So when y'all leave, it's not always we leaving because somebody fucked up. Me and Will could not communicate well, and we just came to a breaking point. So spinning the block is not always bad.
Right.
What you're spinning the block for is what is going to determine if it's bad. So no, spinning the block ain't always bad, because sometimes y'all at a point where y'all just cannot communicate. There becomes a complete communication breakdown, and then there is no more negotiation. And anyone who truly knows a relationship, like the 6 years we were together, we were not like together. We were in a living relationship, because that's what I always talk about with these people on Facebook too. Stop calling everybody your man when you're paying your bills by yourself, living by yourself, all that. No, bitch, that's not. That's a nigga that's giving you dick. That's a difference. That's not your man. Your man is the one that is in your life, that is providing for you. And again, let's not just confuse this. This does not mean the bitch is broke. I hate that argument. Oh, why nigga got that? No, because he has to do his job. His job has nothing to do with what you have. See, the trick that people always say about me when I talk about it on Facebook, they don't realize I got a fucking bag.
Right.
Scream on Facebook up and down. If anybody look at my page, it's always niggas supposed to pay, niggas supposed to pay. They are. I'm compliment to what a nigga has. So me and Will, had a really, all of our dynamics were good. It wasn't bad. We just could not communicate. We broke up. We separated. I went back again for a multitude of reasons, but one of the main reasons, that's a whole nother story, but going back to the ex. Now the ex I went back to, again, him spinning the block. This was the man that put me in business.
Right.
This was the man that got me my home care company that I opened up in 2012. Right. He was the one that the money came behind. So, even when people say, well, you went back to the ex, why'd you leave him? I left him because he was hairline deep in the game. Okay? Meaning his lifestyle was so violent.
Right.
It was nothing but death. Okay? Like, it wasn't, there's some hustlers that can be just out the way hustlers. And there's some hustlers that is hot as shit. Like, they street for real, meaning they're in them fucking streets. And in them streets, hustlers can be in a nice house. Yeah, they too much. And that's actually how I lost my dog on the 29th. So again, if anybody, I shouldn't have spent the block. Maybe if we say a bad, because it wasn't a money thing, or Malik was a great provider, but that violence. So if any, I would give that, as a bad maybe example.
So
some people say.
Hold on. So the dog got caught up in a violent situation?
Yes, my dog got thrown off of the 11th-story balcony.
Crazy.
And yeah, and I was almost killed on December 29th. It's God's grace that I'm here talking on his podcast, because I was not supposed to be here. I was supposed to go off of that balcony on the 29th of December.
Right.
Yeah, that was the plan. But God did. He planned for me. He really died. Yeah, that was with that. So if anything, like I said, I don't want to make Malik seem like a bad guy, because it's so bad when you got somebody. And that's the funny thing. I teach people now. I would love to teach these young girls. Malik was a stand-up nigga. Do anything for me, but he still wasn't loving me right because his lifestyle. So technically, that wasn't good for me. Right. It doesn't matter all the things he did for me to that. And Malik loved me to the. I mean, and that's the thing. People think breakups mean y'all hate each other. The worst breakups is when people love each other.
Right. That's what I tell
Okay,
you
people
all
don't.
the time.
Yep, people don't
Sometimes,
know about breakups.
right, you can have a breakup where y'all both still love each other. It's just not work. It just don't fit right now. Like y'all
Yep.
have other things going on that it just don't fit right now.
Yeah. So the good thing about that is that when, that did happen on the 29th, Malik understood, what this was going to lead to, which was, see, I told him, I used to say all the time, like, they're going to kill you, somebody, whatever, your brother. Right after he broke up, they killed his brother. And many brothers of his been killed. So many that, but, the reason I say his brothers, because we were all in business together, shall we say. Well, they were in business, but, that's a whole nother story. But long story short, I just was like, this is going to be bad. And even though I felt like after Brahim had passed away,
Right.
that Malik was going to be in a place where he understood, like, let me calm down. Right. No, he still wasn't, and it came back rearing its ugly head on December 29th.
Yeah,
and then
a lot of times those kind of things push you even more in it. Like it push you even more over the edge. It don't calm you down. It just push you out there.
Right. So as he's telling me with his mouth, like, yeah, I'm just, I lost too many brothers, I lost too many people. I'm not, no. His mind was still in a very bad place, and his mind was still in a very bad place, and it led to everything that happened on the 29th. And then Will was who I was with 6 years before. And again, me and Will only broke up about the communication. So me and Will did not get back together. That's the funny thing about it. Me and Malik immediately broke up December 29th. After that.
Let's stay right there for a second. What do you think is the problem in the communication barrier?
With me and Will?
I mean, just in general, or with you.
Oh, but period. But I mean, you can't just broad that across the thing, because there's different communication topics.
All right, so
which
so
is,
what,
you know what I mean? So you can't just.
What was the thing between y'all two? Why couldn't y'all communicate?
The power struggle, meaning Will wanted to have total. He was very old school. So, some people say, oh, the girls went to old school, but they don't want to act old school. So I was old school. Like, I keep the house, I do the food, I do all that. But I was not old school with the form of, at this time I was running Ohana when we got together. I was a business owner. I also had another business, and it was a unsavory situation, which he knows. I mean, that's just, but it was just, he does. Okay. It's like sometimes he's a man that feels like a man can do it, but a woman should not be doing it.
Right.
That was yeah.
So is it safe to say at this point, you got some of your own power?
I got my own power.
Yeah, right. So so there's a power struggle because you got your own power.
Right. It's really hard when you're dealing with. Now, don't get it fucked up. When me and Will was together, he was right there with me with finances. It's not like he was beneath me. Sometimes that's a thing where men and finances is really fucked up, or like the woman just climbing so much. She was right there with me. Right. What it was is that a man wants it to just be if he making $100,000, he just want you to depend on him for his $100,000. He feels like his $100,000, and it is. Well, not really. In 2023, $100,000 is not enough. Unless you want to just live very modestly, like row home or this or whatever. The lifestyle that me and Will had, we had a really nice house. We lived in a $500,000 house out in Cheltenham, Township. So he didn't like the fact that even though he could pay all the bills, right? I had the power that if I wanted to come in and just buy a whole new dining room set, I could, and that would throw him off. Right. So does that sound petty? I don't know, but that's really like that's what our arguments would be about. Isn't that crazy?
I understand it because I've seen men, have those kind of things inside of them where they want to control those kind of things.
Yeah. So and he couldn't control it, meaning you're paying all the bills. So I got a bag too. I got a business. So that means that I could go on, and he doesn't like to travel, and that was always and not that he doesn't like to travel, like he just doesn't like. He has vertigo. So anybody who knows about vertigo is no joke. It's not. It's a problem. I wouldn't wish vertigo on my worst enemy. You wouldn't believe how people suffer with this ailment, and flights and things like that really aggravate it. So it always made us in our 6 years. I always had a vacation on my own because he couldn't. And that would bother him. That I would just come in and say, "Oh, I booked a 14-day cruise to the Bahamas. I'm gonna be going to that." So things like that. And I wouldn't say it as so dismissive. I would inform him, but just me informing him would inflame him because he felt he didn't have control. Like, you know what I mean? Because if Candace wants to go on a fucking 14-day cruise, drop 7 bands, she got it. She gonna go do it. There's nothing I can do to stop her. She go. Next thing I'm gonna see is the van pulling up to take him over to the dock to get him on the motherfucking boat, and it's done. If Candace says she's gonna do it or want to do it, no, I can't stop her. So it would be a lot of things like that, a lot of dynamics like that. I cooked, but then I would do, because I am a big cook in the house, but I was really big on eating out. Like, I love restaurants, and if we didn't want to go out, I was really big on bringing the restaurant to us. And I mean, like, seriously, like, to the point where he'd be like, this is just crazy excessive. But it wasn't, because if he wants to do it, then it's okay.
Right.
It would be a problem because I'm doing it. So, and that's what he felt. He felt like I had too much power. I have Ohana, I have my other business, I got too much money pumping. You know what I mean? And I did what I wanted to do. And that was a big problem. And even though I did consult him with everything because we lived together.
Right.
Ultimately, I still did what I wanted. So we can consult, we can negotiate, but if it's not on my terms or if it's not something that I am agreeing on, I'm gonna still do what I want to do. And so that's where we were at.
All right. I'm gonna get in your business a little bit. I want to ask you, what do you think that men do wrong in the bedroom?
Oh gosh, there's so many.
Give me your top two. Give me your top two.
Not knowing how to perform oral sex but still trying to do it.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest fucking no-nos. And number two will probably be probably trying to do lovemaking to your girl when she's really trying to get fucked. Like, a lot of these niggas be in they fucking feelings, and that fucks it up because a female sometimes opposite. She wants you to fucking bang her back out, treat her like a fucking, and then cuddle her afterwards.
Right.
She don't want you getting on fucking top of a missionary on her face. Like, oh, man, like, get the fuck out, my god. You gonna burn me the fuck out. You gonna fuck the mood up. Like, sometimes bitches really want to go in the room and get trashed in there. We right. Looking to exercise ourselves. You getting on top of me. In my face, shit. Oh my god, it's a time and place for that. Sometimes y'all really in your little tender moment. That's one thing. But them niggas is always thinking they want to be love making niggas. They're the fucking worst. Like, you're boring as shit, and you need to go to fuck somewhere with that. And you know what it is? You just don't got it in you to beast a girl. I get it, but yeah, that's a no. That's not gonna take you far.
Are these things communicated to the guy? Like, are you telling the guy, you can't?
No, because we got to keep it real. Everything just ain't taught.
Yeah, right.
I'm like a hustler. You cannot teach a motherfucker how to really go out here and be fucking dynamic in these fucking streets. They either got it or they fucking don't. You can put all the work you want to put in their fucking hand. You can get in the best fucking line. You can give them a fucking area where it pop. If they're not a fucking hustler, they're gonna fuck that shit up. It's not taught. It's not fucking taught. It's just something that's in you. You either got it or you don't. So this is what we do. If you know you ain't got a hustle in you, you better go take yourself to somebody's motherfucking job. Same thing. If you know you're not that nigga that can beast a bitch, you better go find a bitch that's not looking to get beasted.
Right.
And usually the bitches that's not looking to get beasted is the ones that niggas want to overlook because they think they boring. Right. They think they not interested in shit like that. You better stay in your fucking lane and go get that bitch that work for the fucking PGW and shit that's turned down because you really don't want one of these turned up bitches because you don't know what you're doing.
Facts.
Seriously.
Facts. Don't get yourself into something you can't handle.
Yeah. Her face telling you whatever she need that shit. You gotta go there. But usually those girls are the tender girls. Yeah. They usually maybe got a little bit more weight on it, and I'm meaty, so I'm on me like that. But that's a difference. Like, you're not them just, it's okay, y'all will be all right. It'll be okay. But everybody's not a fucking superstar out here, but they still deserve love. Y'all gotta connect with the nigga that ain't beasting. See, people not they wires is off. They not connecting the right places. Then you got the nigga that really need them girls. They going after hot bitches like me. And I don't know that way. I'm not thorough as fuck. You're not gonna be able to keep up. You're not. And I'm not a square. I am totally street indoctrinated and super educated. You're gonna get fucking tossed. I mean, you're just not gonna be able to keep up with me. A PGW girl will appreciate you. Go to her. Find her now.
Go get the PG. Shout out to the PGW girls.
PGW, they keep people hot and warm in the water. Everybody got a fucking job. Fuck you talk about? Yeah. And that's the job for the square or them corny niggas. There you go. Go get her.
Thanks. All right. I want to wrap this up, and I want to say thank you for coming on Intimate Conversations. But my final question,
very welcome,
and my question that I always ask at the end of every episode is, if you had to say a solution to end the gender wars, what do you think? What should men do, and what should women do? What's up?
It's not just a one thing a man should do, and it's not just a one thing a woman should do. If they really want to end this the gender war, males, and I'm not calling them men because men don't have a problem. They're not in the gender war. Only males are in the gender war. Men are not. They are sitting aside looking at them like, why y'all acting like assholes? So let me say this correctly. Males, the way that y'all can end this gender war is to find your strength in yourself.
Right.
Find your validation in yourself. Find your stability in yourself, and then go to look for a partner. If you feel like you're not, if you feel like you're not stable, if you feel like you're behind someone, and you're automatically coming with a victimized mentality. And a victim just doesn't play a victim. A victim wants to make someone a villain. Right. And too many males have made females villains. And they need them. They really need them. And they need them as a partner. But so they have to get themselves together. They have to let go of all the pain that they got. Maybe it was that your mom was ratchet. Y'all ain't had nothing to eat when y'all was growing up. She was this, and then you didn't have a good job, and you didn't have a good education. Free yourself of all that. Get your money right. Get your mind right. Get your nice little clothes on, presentable, and come out and meet yourself a nice lady. Simple as that. Lady, stop being fucking stupid fucking whores. Y'all bitches burn me the fuck out. Everybody got a fucking ass bitch. Everybody can go outside if they want to. Cut the shit, okay? Stop talking sometimes the way y'all do, where all y'all want to talk about is sex and things like that. Learn how to hold a conversation.
Thank you.
Ladies, before y'all come out, maybe y'all might want to do some research and learn things that y'all have something tangible to conversate with a man about, not y'all fucking 30-inch bust down, or like you said, being outside, all the shit they do. And also, I'm gonna be honest with ladies. If you have children, you really don't ever need to be outside. And I know so many people are not going to agree with me. Oh, well, you made your fucking bed, bitch, lay in it.
I agree with that.
Because you have a job to do now. You signed up for a job that really doesn't leave you a lot of outside. And since you can't find a man that you can stay inside with, now you just have to stay inside with the kids. Because when you are always outside and them kids is always inside, that shit don't look good. Okay? Also, if you have kids, no nigga wants to hear about your responsibilities. They're not his. They are not his. When a man is coming to see you and engage you, he's coming to have a good time. And guess what's not a good time? Your fucking kids.
Thanks.
The shit going through at your fucking job. All that shit. That's not a fucking good time. And he doesn't have to want to be your kid's fucking dad. Okay, so this is what it says. Since bitches don't understand it's females, nice. Let me call them nice words, ladies, whatever. Because I gotta call y'all. Y'all be out here acting like fucking stupid ass bitches. Y'all really do. Y'all don't know how to sit the fuck down and just watch a good fucking crime show or the fucking Golden Girls and stay on the side. A nigga gonna appreciate you more. Instead of you every fucking time you on a fucking video with a dumbass hookah in your fucking mouth, looking fucking stupid and making them dumbass looks on your face. Really, bitches, y'all look lost. When y'all be making, I want to be the one to say this. When y'all make stupid hookah faces, y'all look lost. Y'all don't look sexy. Y'all don't look enticing. Y'all look like y'all fucking confused and stupid. And that's how niggas gonna treat you. Right. So bitches just need to just recalibrate their whole brain. All this sexy red, Cardi B, every bitch you see out now, walk away from her. If y'all imitate any of them bitches, ain't no man gonna want to fuck with you. And I don't give a fuck if Offset fuck with Cardi. That's a business deal. He a part of that lifestyle. That's not you, bitch. Right. You work at the department. Right. Nobody wants that shit from you. You're not Sexy Red. Sexy Red ain't even fucking sexy. But let her have her way with this shit. Y'all females got to do better. Y'all females got to become chaste. And I'm a person. I got on a tank top now. I got shorts. It's not what you do. It's how you do it. It's not. You're not gonna. You're doing too much. And you know what? Guess what, ladies? Y'all never going to make a mark because the market is flooded with 1,000 bitches just like you. Okay? So cut the shit. Close your legs and go in the house. It's not cute. Nothing y'all doing is making y'all winning. This is my honest truth. I've been on Facebook over 10 years. I've been watching bitches single the whole 10 years I've been on there. Still doing the same hookah face and dumb shit. Nothing. I'm like, y'all losing. Try something different. That's what I got to say for them bitches. All right?
That was beautifully said. that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautifully
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As we wrap this up, you do have, a show and everything coming. Just plug that in and say what that's about and what's the info on that.
Yeah. Well, House 29, we're actually in the process now of turning it into an Audible because we were doing an independent production, but that's kind of shelf right now. But it's a good story. It's a crime show, and it comes under crime show because it's a street show, and it's a show about Philadelphia. It's a show of showing why we're kind of in the state that we're in now, and people's lives, and how this violence began to permeate through the city. And it's going to be told through the perspective of a young lady. And she's going to bring it all together from north to uptown and south and link it all together to show what is really going on in the city and why it's on fire like the way it is. So that's kind of what it's about.
That's what's up. I love that idea. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you have any socials that you just want to plug so the people?
Nope, sure don't.
Fuck the social media.
Yeah. Anybody that comes across me, they're very lucky. If you don't, shit out of luck. That's not where it's coming. Wait for House 29. It is going to come out when you do, because it's going to, we're going to have Audible hit first, because it is still going to the shows. We just wanted to do an independent production because we do have the lawyers and everybody in place. I wanted to do an independent production in Philadelphia, film it in Philadelphia people. It's just hard to do it in this nut ass city, because we were already going to relaunch it. So it is going to go eventually to major network. But now the strategy is because the independent production could not come through the way I wanted it to, we're going to just Audible it and then relaunch it as a show that way on a major network.
Right. All right. So once again, thanks again for coming on Intimate Conversations. Yeah. Make sure everybody, this will be on my YouTube. So make sure everybody like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the live bell notification, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you again, Candace.
You're very welcome. Have a good day, dog.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Oh, come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl.